Hello, I'm Amber. Welcome to my fuzzy life. And today I have a Coach Outlet haul. So I was supposed to be cleaning and organizing and all that stuff today, and I just didn't feel like it. I decided to get out of the house and stretch my legs, and where better than the Coach Outlet. So I did actually go looking for one specific thing. Earlier this summer, Coach partnered with Peanuts, I think for their 70th anniversary or something like that, and they had a Peanuts drop earlier this summer, and I was so excited for it. And I was going to get the regular Rowan bag, and I even set my alarm to get up when it went live on the website, and I did. And when I logged into my account and went to get the Rowan to add it to my cart, y'all, so the Rowan is usually $159. For the Peanuts collection, they had marked that thing up to $225. And I was like, there's no way I'm paying $220. No, and all of the bags were like that. There were a lot of items included in the Peanuts collection, and they had marked everything up like that, and I just couldn't afford any of those things. The only thing I could afford was the pencil case, which I did add to my cart, and I waited too long and it sold out. So I went to the outlet today, and that was the one thing I was going to look to see if they had, was the Peanuts pencil pouch, and they had it. So yeah, this is the Peanuts pencil pouch. It's got Snoopy and Woodstock, little different poses and expressions. I think this is adorable. I just love it. Love it, love it. And in the inside is, I'm not sure what, I don't know if this is some kind of leather or, I'm not really sure. But anyway, it feels nice. So my husband has always been a huge Peanuts fan, and he has a rather large collection. And when I had told him about this Coach drop with the Peanuts drop, he was excited for me because he was excited to see what I got. And then when I told him I couldn't afford any of it, he was, disappointed for me. But when I showed this to him today, he just thought it was the coolest thing ever. So, and it is. So while I was in there, I was like looking at bags. They've recently had a few collections drop kind of all at once. And I had not seen any of them, and I was just looking around, I think like a kid in a candy store. And so the sales associate, Ricky, came up and he was like, hey, you looking for anything specific? And I was like, no, not really, So he was pointing things out, and he pointed out a bag in the Sketch Signature Silver and Blue Ice. Now, I have seen people unboxing this bag. I've seen many videos of people unboxing and revealing this bag recently, and it didn't appeal to me. It just, I was like, ugh, you can mark me safe from that one, But when he pointed to it and I looked at it, y'all, if I had been a cartoon character, that's when my eyes would have turned into hearts and just bugged right out of my head. I mean, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. And that's what I ended up with. So, they had this in several different styles, several different silhouettes. They had it in the Laurel, which is what I initially was looking at, but it was $219, and I don't know, I just couldn't make myself do it, because I had said my next Laurel was going to be the black one, which I kind of was thinking about walking out of there with that today, but I got sidetracked with this. But they had it in several different silhouettes, and the Laurel and this one, which is, I think it's a small bucket bag, these were the only two silhouettes that it was in that I was interested in. So there were a couple other different bags I was interested in getting, black or another neutral color, but I just kept getting drawn back to this, and so this is what I got, and this was $119. I had seen this style bag in one of the other collections that dropped earlier this summer, and that's when I initially had first looked at this bag. So I knew that I liked it. I liked the silhouette. I liked the size of it. It's a smaller bag than what I usually carry, but it's still big enough to carry most of what I need, most of my essentials that I carry. So let's take a look at it. So this is the front, and it's, you know, the hardware is in silver, blue ice. Here's the side, and I really like, these colors, y'all. I really, really do. This is such a pretty, pretty blue. There's the back. There are no exterior pockets, which, you know, would have been nice to have one, but, and there's no feet on the bottom, but this is a very, you know, thick reinforced piece of leather here. When you open it up, it's got a magnetic snap closure. Look at this. Okay, so you see this here on the front? It is also on the inside. A friend of mine has a tote bag that's like this, and I'm like, that's the coolest thing ever. So it's exciting to see that. So it's really big inside. It's fairly large, and it has a zip pocket that is free hanging, and it has the story patch right there, and that's the only pocket that's in here. The interior is the same color blue as the trim, and it is the signature canvas, just like the outside. This strap, I think this is supposed to be a shoulder strap, and on a smaller person it probably would be, but on me it is not. You know, could I carry it like this? Yeah. Would I want to? No. If I have to use one hand and my other hand to pull it up to my shoulder, to me that's not a shoulder strap. So I would carry this as a top handle, or, you know, in the crook of my arm. You know, that would be fine by me. It does come with a crossbody strap, and it's a good length. It's about midway on the adjustments, you know, the little buckle part, and that's a good length for me. And here it is crossbody, which is also a good length for me. Now it still has a little room to extend it, and I might extend it 1 or 2 more notches for if I were going to use it as a crossbody bag, but you know, I know it's definitely long enough for me to do that. I just think it's beautiful. It is so much prettier in person than it appears on a screen, because even looking at this right now on the screen and looking at it like this, it's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. If you have a store near you, go look at it. Go look at it. I was telling my husband earlier, I said, you know, I've started going to the actual store more frequently so I can see things, because there's things that I see online that I'm like, ooh, that's beautiful, I would love that, and then in person it's really not my thing. And then there's bags like this one that I would never in a million years have dreamed of looking at, that I had seen on the screen and thought it was not for me, and oh my gosh, it's just incredibly beautiful. You know, I just kept coming back to this one. So yeah, it's just gorgeous. But you know what, on the way home I remembered, because I had totally forgotten, because I got caught up in the beauty of the bag, that I have this bag that I just got a couple weeks ago. This is my Amazon dupe for the Coach zip bag, and I really love this bag. I like it a lot, and I can see myself reaching for this bag more frequently than this. They're similar color, they're similar in size. The zip bag swing bag is a little bit smaller, but I was thinking, you know, how often am I going to reach for this when I have this one? You know, I don't know. This may be going back. As much as I love this bag and as pretty as it is, I'm trying to be reasonable and think, how often will I reach for this bag, honestly? I don't know. I may by the time I post this video, I may have already returned it and gotten something, exchanged it for something different, you know, maybe for that black laurel, or the Eliza bag. I don't know, you know, I don't know if I'm going to keep it. As much as I really, really like it and as gorgeous as it is, I'm trying to curate my collection, and I got caught up, made an impulse buy. And you know, it's beautiful, it really is, but I'm trying to be realistic. How often am I going to reach for this bag? I don't think often enough to justify the cost. Chances are it's going to go back. And but anyway, if it does, then I will just do another reveal of whatever I get in its place. So, but I did want to talk about this bag, and I wanted to show y'all this bag and tell you that it looks vastly different in person than it does on a screen. It really, really does. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. If you have any opportunity to go into a store and look at it, if you're on the fence about it, or just want to get a look at it before you get it, definitely go take a look at it, because it's stunning. It really is stunning. So, and that is my Coach haul for today, and I thank you for watching, and y'all have a good week.